Let's look back, shall we, to December. 3 games for the new Saints. They were all very, very tough ones on paper beforehand, but we came through with maximum points. You must have been pleased to secure those 3 victories during the month of December.
Yeah, I think looking forward when we was in November to those fixtures, those were the games that we looked at. I mean, Barry and Bala away, no matter what form either of them got, they've always been tough places. I think in recent years as well, Bala's probably a place where we've not taken enough points. So yeah, I was delighted to get the double header of them 2 wins from them. I thought we played really well, and then obviously the Penny Bont game here as well. I thought they were always a tough team. I think we beat them 1-0, did we, last season here? So to beat them as well and come out with 9 points out of them 3 games, you'd say they're tough 3 games. So yeah, I'm very proud of all the lads for that.
Obviously the victories were very important, but as a defender we didn't keep a clean sheet in any of those games. Was that an area of concern perhaps with the squad, or was it all about the victories, or perhaps a little bit of both?
I think we do talk about clean sheets quite a lot, and they are important because although you never mean to concede a goal at all, if you can keep hitches with 1 goal, then you've got obviously a chance of winning games. So I think the Barry game especially, we had too many chances to even think about talking about them now, and then obviously they score a goal and it makes it a tight game, and you win the game. What was it, 2-1 in the end? So yeah, I mean, to concede obviously 2 goals at home as well, Penny Bont, like yeah, it's if your results aren't going your way and you're conceding goals like that, then it's a problem. But I think if you're winning games, then I mean, obviously, yeah, I'd love clean sheets, and the manager probably would as well, and all the lads. But if you're winning games, then you're not going to swap that for clean sheets. So I think just to get the wins was more important at that time, yeah.
And when we beat Penny Bont, we didn't realise at the time, of course, but there would be no more football right the way through to the present time. 12 points ahead in the JD Cymru Premier. Obviously nothing's secured as of yet, but nevertheless it's a good place to be in. Yeah,
definitely. I think 12 points clear, and obviously waiting to play the next game. I didn't expect to be in this position. It's nice to have a few days off over Christmas. That never happens. But it's like frustrating. It's like what happened last year. It's like frustrating because you don't know when it's going to happen again. Obviously looking to the game next week now, so I'm looking forward to that. But when it first comes upon you, like the first week's lovely because you have a bit of time off, but then after that it's like, oh, I just want to get back going again, and you want to get a rhythm and start obviously like winning football matches again. But yeah, I think perfect timing to have a break is when you're 12 points clear. I think if it's tighter or closer, or you weren't clear at all, I think that's a tough time to have a break then. But on reflection, like 12 points clear, lads have had a good break now, and then we've got a good chance at going and getting the league when we want to get it.
And what's the training been like over the last few weeks? Because obviously as a professional team we've been in the same number of days that we normally would be, but there's no game at the end of the week.
Yeah, I think that's comes down to play against each other, and then it comes from sometimes it can become a bit false when you do that because tempo's slow, no one really wants to go and score, you just want to keep the ball, you don't want to give the ball away because then you have to run. So I think training, to be fair, is is enough to get you through the week. So you need intense days. So before your day off in the week, you normally have a really intense day where there's quite a lot of running, not just specifically running without football. I mean hard work, intense football. That's enough to sort of almost get your fix for the week, if you know what I mean, with no game at the weekend. But yeah, it's frustrating when there's no game to look forward to at the weekend because you're sort of just training for the sake of it. But then you can try and look after yourself. Don't pick up silly injuries like maybe you would do in games. Maybe get a little bit more out of training, put a little bit more in, get a little bit fitter maybe in those weeks. Sort of look at it that way really. Do a few more gym sessions, which we've been doing. So yeah, I think everyone's raring to go now, looking forward to playing the next game.
And on a personal level, as you look back over the season as a whole, have you been happy with your own performances in general?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think in the summer it was I had a bit of an injury, and then obviously I played in Europe and couldn't believe how well we'd done as a group in Europe. It was incredible. Just to fall short how we did on away in Pilsen was gutting, but then extremely proud once that had finished, and then obviously to play the league games and to score a few goals like I've done, and to feel just comfortable playing in our team really, and and we look back to our best, so it's been really enjoyable. Yeah, I've enjoyed most of my performances this year.
And you mentioned the exit from the European stage in the Czech Republic. Naturally, at the time, we were all very, very disappointed. But you mentioned pride, looking back. Is that your overriding emotion now, looking back to that European campaign, a feeling of pride and achievement?
Yeah, definitely. I think even when you watch football on the telly, like the bigger team, Premier League teams, they always score late. It's annoying. Like it's like Man United when they used to be good, you would always score late. But I think it's like those fine margins. Like we soaked up so much pressure, especially away from home, even to score first, and they were relentless at coming at us, and even to hold on till then. But it is absolutely gutting when you think about it. I think it was like literally the last 30 seconds they scored to take it to extra time. But then to not concede again in extra time and get it to penalties, like that's what makes probably most proud of, like every single one of the boys, even the lads that didn't play, just everyone that was there and felt what we felt. It was like to concede that late and then to hang on like we did in extra time. That took some nuts. That did, I think. So yeah, I was proud of that. I mean, all the boys were on their absolute arse. But even to do what we've done in the home leg, really, like with Dex scored hat-trick, and everyone was just like, what the hell's going on? We're beating these. Like, that was amazing as well. But yeah, it was gutting at the time. But yeah, I think overriding feeling is just extremely proud of everyone, yeah.
That was then. This is now. Back to the league campaign. And it goes without saying that the aim of the club, of the players, from now on to the end of the season, is to get as many points as possible and bring that trophy back to Park Hall.
Yeah, that's definitely it. It's been missing for a couple of years now, and that's the aim, the focus, and then obviously you get your rewards for that, which will be better round in Europe, sort of another lifeline in Europe, if you call it, if you're starting in a different round. So yeah, that's definitely what the aim is, and need to get that feeling back, that winning feeling back, where teams fear us. And I think that, to be fair, this season I think we've got that back a little bit. I think teams would come here and sit in previous years, and they've sort of started to have a little go at us. But I think, I think that we've dominated a lot this year, and I think that that's something to be proud of as well, because it's a similar group of players to the last sort of 2 years. So.